Tim Roble, and welcome to another episode of Adventure Athlete. Today is my 1-year review that I've lived with a Haibike Xduro 7.0 all mountain. I know that's a mouthful, but basically it's a Bosch powered 250 watt motor with a 500 amp hour battery on it. Basically in eco mode, it'll take you between 60, let's say 65 and 70 miles. I've been able to creek out about 68. I weigh 235 pounds, and that was on flat ground. I have left the bike all stock. The first one that I had, if you've watched my review, the video before this, I talked about the warranty on Haibike. Basically what happened is I broke the frame. I'm not new to breaking frames, but I broke the frame right here, kind of a suspension shear about where the seat post ends and the suspension's pushing. And yeah, I broke it right there. So I took it into Don's Bikes in Rialto, and long story short, Haibike went ahead and warrantied the bike, but they gave me a whole complete brand new bicycle. So that bicycle at the time had a little over 3,400 miles on it in about 8 months. I got somewhere right around 1,000 to 1,100 miles. I'll have to check my Strava and see exactly where I'm at. But this bike is completely stock. I left my other one completely stock. Now, I don't normally leave a bicycle, motorcycle, a vehicle stock. I actually hate stock. But this bike comes out of the box so good that really the only thing I play with is tire pressure. I did go tubeless on the tires. I run the orange sealant, and I'm still running the stock tires. I've went through 3 sets of the knobby nicks and 1 set of the Maxxis. Depending if I'm skidding around and really riding hard and off-road, but I can get about 1,100 to 2,000 miles out of a set of tires. Basically, I go through a back in about 1,000 miles, but I was a little hard on it when I first got it. Rode all off-road and just, coming down really gnarly, steep stuff. I'm doing a lot of skidding and technical work. Most of my rides on this bicycle are somewhere around the 31 to 49 mile range. On 49 miles, I ride from San Bernardino on the Santa Ana River Trail down to Corona, which would end, it's actually Norco, ends right down over there. And right now I'm on the top of Mount Rubidoux in Riverside. And I have to say, this bike really has gotten me in shape. It's inspired me to get out and ride. What I like about an electric bike that everyone's, one of the things people will say is, get a real bike, get out there and pedal. Hey, whatever. I have a real bike. I went out and pedaled. On Eco, this is about equal to a good carbon road bike. Pedal efficiency and everything like that is pretty good on Eco. Now you have Tour, which is a little bit more than that. That gives you the power to come up some of these hills here. It's pretty steep coming up here, so sometimes I'll put it on Tour, Eco or Tour. I hardly ever go over that unless I'm off-road and then trying to ride up something pretty gnarly. I'll put it up on a turbo or a sport mode. But one of the things that I have said time and time again that makes an e-bike great is it gives you the confidence to go out and explore and go a little further than you normally would, see a little bit more. If it starts to get windy, you have the ability to turn up your power level to get back home. There's been several times this last year that I've ridden down. It's been nice and bright and sunny and everything's wonderful, and next thing I know, when it's time to start heading back another 20 miles, I start experiencing a 15, 20, 25, 35 mile an hour headwind. And it is sure nice to be able to dial in another power setting and allow you to spin and get your way home. Some of the features on this bike that I really like, it comes with a dropper seat post. And that's lever actuated over here on the bars. So you depress the lever down and that allows the seat belt to come back up to height, and then you push the lever and lower it with your body weight, and then let go of the lever and it stays down in this low position for technical riding or being able to touch the ground on a stop sign. E-bikes and tires. So these are the Knobby Nicks. This is a 27.5 rim, and these are 3.0 tires. I did a lot of testing, rode a lot of e-bikes back in 2016, and was deciding on what bike I was going to buy. I went to the Revolution Bike Fest, and what I found was there wasn't enough tire, or I should say I didn't feel there was enough tire underneath a lot of these e-bikes. You know, you got a 20-mile-an-hour assist, and you don't have really a thick tire. If you look at this tire setup, it just really makes you want to get out and ride. 160 millimeters of travel on this bike, plenty of travel. I set the suspension up very stiff. Shifting on this bike has been super crisp with the SLX Shimano, and my other bike and this bike's never missed a shift. I've never thrown a chain, never done anything weird. It's just outstanding. I can't say enough of good things about the bike. Even the grips that come on this bike are outstanding. A nice level. Here we have the power display. Push this button here, this turns on the display, and then you have your different power modes. So that would be off, so that's no assist, and you can ride this bicycle with no assist. You push the button on the plus, you go to Eco, Tour, Sport, and Turbo. Then you push it back down, and it goes back down through again, and off, and then you push the button down here. And I found this to be very efficient. Negative side of this bike, it is a little heavy. Now I wouldn't say that it feels heavy, but it's 52 pounds. And at 52 pounds, you have to learn just a slightly different bunny hop technique if you're going to skip curbs and stuff. I ride urban a lot into what I call an enduro setting. So I ride off-road, but I ride the streets and sidewalks and stuff to get there. And with that, that 20-mile-an-hour number is a pretty neat number to pedal, jump down off of a curb, and then preload the bicycle, and then bunny hop back up the other side. And it's all one fluid, really trick motion. While we're talking about fluid, the Bosch motor is very seamlessly, it comes in. You really just feel like you're riding bionic legs. To be clear, this bike does not have a gas pedal or just a button that you push to make it go in electric mode. It has a torque sensing electric motor in here built by Bosch, and it's their performance line. And what that does is it just basically gives you bionic legs. When I rode the Yamaha motor, I took all these bikes out for a ride, and what I was finding is it didn't come on as smooth. It did not have the torque sensing for the shifting, although I still felt it was a good motor, and it kind of favored the riding style that I had then. And that riding style was just simply kind of a low-end grunt. I was a stand-up type rider in a lot of situations. Now the Bosch motor, it likes to be spun. It was the only bicycle that right out of the box, with just riding these bikes for the first time, that I could actually go out and wheelie and you know, get a good 100-yard wheelie out of it the first time riding it. Another feature that I do like about these is turn that power mode up to turbo, and it allows you to ride up certain flights of stairs. My record is probably like about a 50 stair plateau. Kind of goes up 10 and plateaus, and it goes up again 10. And super tricky. Took me about a month to perfect that, but I can actually ride upstairs on this bike. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, let me know what you're thinking down in the comments, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. I am road tripping a lot now and going out and trying to enjoy and explore life a little bit more than I used to. Once again, I'm Tim Roble. I really appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate all the comments, and I've learned a lot from outside comments coming in, and we've kind of grown together. So thank you for watching. If you like it, hit like and subscribe. I'm Tim Roble, and I'll catch you here next time.